That's American Woman, performed by Lenny Kravitz. Just one of the hits that's made him a star in the music world. He's about to tell his life story in a memoir out this week. And with Michelle Miller, we take note.
For Lenny Kravitz, it's been a year of introspection, spent at his home in the Bahamas.
I've been busy taking in life, living in the moment. I'm trying to take in as much nature, quietness.
Quietness and Kravitz haven't often been a duo since Lenny hit the stage 3 decades ago. Over the course of 11 albums and countless live performances, Kravitz has established himself as an avatar of the hip, sensual rock star, selling 40 million records in the process and winning the Grammy for Best Male Rock Vocal Performance a record 4 times in a row. How did a biracial kid from New York City end up here? Kravitz has the answer in his new memoir, Let Love Rule, out this week. It's an origin story.
I didn't want the book to be about rock stardom, fame, any of that. This was about getting there, finding my voice.
In his tale, Cy Kravitz, a Jewish TV news producer, met and fell in love with Roxy Roker, a Christian African-American actress.
They faced a lot of challenges being an interracial couple.
And starting with his own family. His parents didn't go to the wedding?
No. I mean, first of all, they were upset that she wasn't Jewish. And then there was more.
Right.
So they did not come. But when I was born, they came around. They wanted to see their grandson. They met my mother. They ended up loving her very deeply. So they learned.
Dad was a disciplinarian, but Mom?
My mother was gentle and kind and fair, and she nurtured me.
One really sweet part in the book was about her teaching you your very first song. Do you remember it?
It was like, Leonard Albert Kravitz is my name, and I live at 5 East 82nd Street in New York City, and I live at 368 Troop Avenue with Grandma in Brooklyn.
That is brilliant.
She's like, if you ever get lost, you walk up to a policeman and you sing this song.
By his account, it was a charmed childhood, enriched by his parents' extraordinary circle of friends. Actress Cicely Tyson is his godmother, Diane Carroll, an honorary aunt.
I'd go see this guy play the piano with his orchestra. I used to sit on his lap while he'd play, and it's like, okay, this is Duke Ellington. But you don't realize that until you get older.
Do you think they influenced you in some
Absolutely. I had no choice. It was via osmosis.
But he says it was a Jackson 5 concert that sparked his career.
And that was my first concert. My father took me to it, Madison Square Garden, transformed my life. The next day, I knew music was my life.
Well, we're moving on now.
For the Kravitz family, the Jeffersons theme song meant a move to Los Angeles.
I got the sun in the morning and the moon at
Lenny's mother was cast in the hit series, playing Helen Willis, whose husband was white, a big deal back in the 70s.
Did you realize how controversial this show was in bringing the first interracial marriage on television?
I was living the controversy, right? I just think it was very interesting that my mother was dealt these cards because here she was living this life.
As a teenager in his new hometown, life was less about school and more about choirs, bands, and some struggles about his identity as a performer. He tried blue contact lenses. He started calling himself Romeo Blue.
I was not comfortable with myself at the time. There was David Bowie and Prince, and Lenny Kravitz just didn't fit in. But the exercise of going outside of yourself, changing your look, changing your name, led me right back to myself. So it was a necessary part of the process. I was enough, and my name was correct.
But discovering an authentic sound took some time to figure out. Mostly he knew what he didn't like. A friend asked him to record a song he thought might be a hit. It was, but Kravitz turned him down. Then a label executive proposed that he play in a black band modeled after Duran Duran. He said no to that, too.
They're telling you that they're going to pay you all this money, that they're going to make you famous, and something felt terribly wrong just within my spirit.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're home. Sit down.
Not every artist has a muse, but Kravitz found his one night when an elevator door opened. There stood Lisa Bonet, then television royalty, playing Denise Huxtable on The Cosby Show.
You had a great opening line, didn't you? Or not so great?
No, what did I say? I like your hair, right?
Uh-huh.
Hey, it worked. Both biracial, both half Jewish. In time, they eloped to Las Vegas.
Why do you think the two of you clicked?
We had the same spirit. It was magical.
Lord, what's the matter?
And through that experience, I finally found my sound without any effort. It just came.
We'll live each day in peace and hope.
He crafted a genre-blending mix of funk and rock into an album. The execs at Virgin Records liked what they heard. A lot.
As the song was playing, they were writing and passing things back and forth. And after the meeting, I saw in the paper that it said, Prince meets John Lennon.
And Kravitz soon met his fans, first in Europe, then in America.
I mean, music for me is oxygen. I can't live without music. It's the primary way that I express myself.
So many tears I cried.
And it's how he processed his divorce from Lisa Bonet. Their daughter Zoe is now an actress and married herself. Kravitz gets along so well with Bonet's new husband, Jason Momoa, they even have matching rings.
We're a family. We're one family. And that is what Let Love Rule is all about.
Through his memoir, through his 11 albums, the man who was briefly Romeo Blue has shown us the many shades of Lenny Kravitz.
I'm still so creative. I'm hungry. I'm inspired.
And ready, he says, for whatever comes next.